Hello everyone, welcome back to Space for Edit. On this channel we talk about all the things that they don't teach you in design school but you need to know in the real world. And today we are having a little look back at my first 3 months as a freelance interior designer. So the reason why I wanted to make this video is really just to show you like the very beginning, the first days, the first struggles, the first wins, the first emotions, because people often forget about it or they don't talk about it because it's actually quite hard to talk about it. The only reason why I can sit here now and be so hyper and happy is because I'm kind of on a high now. But let me tell you, there was a low as well, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of lows coming. So today we are talking exactly about that. We're going to look at the lows, look at the highs, see what was working, see what's not working, and just give you a little reflection of where I am at the moment. And then on the second part of the video, I've got a few questions sent in from my Instagram followers, so I'm going to be answering those as well. So how's it going? Honestly, I can say that this is probably the best decision I have made for myself and for my well-being, but I can only say that with such joy and passion, like I said before, because I'm in a really good position that I did not expect myself to be in at this point. At least the beginning was quite hard, I'll be super honest with you. I started off with a lot of passion, with a lot of hope, and a pinch of naivety. I think all of those things that you need to make a jump, to start something new, to venture out on your own. But eventually it kind of started to wear off when things were not working out. People who were promising things were not delivering, which is all part of the process. If you follow me for a while now, you know that I've already been through it, and that's why I think it was one of the reasons why it took me so long to get back into it, because I was slightly, I don't know, burned from the past experience. But yeah, the beginning was hopeful, but after a week or two it started to get a little bit depressing again, because I had a mix of leads. I had very warm leads, I had cold leads, I had leads in the middle. So your warm leads are people who you know and the clients you might have worked before already. Then the cold are completely people who have not heard of you, so you're reaching out to them. And then in the middle you have that kind of a gray area where people have introduced you to someone, or you've gotten their contact details through someone else, and so you can reference that person. So I had all this array of leads and nothing was quite sticking, and it was getting quite hard, I'll be honest with you, because the bills are going out, all of your savings and all the money that you've managed to kind of put aside or whatever, it's going, and that is just the reality of it. And I'm sure that a lot of you who are watching this, or who are thinking about going out freelancing yourself, starting your own business, you are thinking about that cash flow. How is the money going to work out? And I was sitting in that sort of position for a few weeks, and like I said, it was starting to get to me until stuff worked out. And when I mentioned having that naivety before, that's really what gets you through all of those ups and downs. I just kept reminding myself that I am just one step away from something amazing. Like, I'm only around the corner from my next project. The next client is gonna just appear like the next day, the next week, and I'm just in the process of it. And I think once you get into that mental state of kind of being comfortable with the uncomfortable, then it is easier. It doesn't solve anything, but it is easier, and it gives you just that little extra mental support where you can take it to the next week and you can stick it through, and eventually stuff does work out for you. So whilst I was in that stage, I was obviously documenting all the feels, so I thought I'd share it with you today. I will insert those clips right now, and after that we will look at all the things that have been working out and haven't. It is mid-May, and so I've been on my freelance journey now officially for the last 3 weeks. weeks. I want to say I've been doing my best, but I don't think I have been doing my best to, you know, really go for it. Or maybe no, like I have been going for it, but I haven't been going for things that will move the needle forward and the things that will put money in the bank. So I've been reaching out to people, and there have been conversations have been going on. In all honesty, the cold reach out leads, no one has come back. No one has yet returned my inquiries, my emails. My next step is to chase up with a phone call and be that obnoxious person that calls and asks if you read my email and who can I speak to, and that is like the next step. So that's the cold leads. Cold leads have not really been successful yet. I'm trying to remind myself that I am doing the work. I am prepping the ground, you know, planting the seed, but it's not just gonna all happen like that. And I know it, but knowing something and understanding it and then actually living in it and feeling it and going through it are like two different things. And you could be like a super strong motivated person, but when you actually go through it, it's a lot harder. I feel the anxiety kind of creeping in, and I've been trying to journal and write it all out and like focus my mind on like just trusting the journey, trusting the energies, the universe, that those opportunities are on my way, and what has been talked about, the discussions I've started, will flourish into paid work. And then on the other hand, I'm just feeling so relaxed and happy, even though I'm not doing any paid work and it's not putting money in the bank. I am creating content and working on that sort of creative stuff, which is fulfilling. Like, I enjoy it. It is hard. It does take energy. It does take time to do it all, implement it, edit it, market it. It all takes time. And I don't know, it's like today, even like it crept up that idea of, should I start looking for some like a backup plan? Should I go back to the company who offered me like a few solid days of work in a week? But that's not what I want. I don't want to be sat in the office. That's like the part of this whole like last 3 weeks, and even like the month before as I was on garden leave. It's just been so good to live on my own time frame and just on my own track, on my own journey, and not having to like report to anyone else or be somewhere because someone else tells me to be there. Like, it's just been so refreshing, and that's exactly what I wanted. That's exactly why I did anything and made the change. So I feel like I have definitely ticked the box of that freedom, the freedom of choice, freedom of time, but there is a price that you pay for it. And I do keep saying myself, and I hope that that's the case. Those opportunities, the paid opportunities, are just around the corner, and once it starts going, everything's just gonna fall into place. But for now, getting a bit scary. That's how it's been going. That's how it feels right now at this point. We'll see what the next week brings. We have work. Well, not 100%, but like there's a 70% chance that I will have work. It's been a lot. It's been getting to a point where I've technically been freelancing now for over 2 months, and none of the jobs that were coming through in the beginning that were kind of promised did not happen. Yeah, it's just been tough. All sorts of thoughts come to you and you think, is this the time now? Should I be like thinking about, I don't know, find a job in a bar or something, in a local cafe? Do I need to be sensible and start thinking that? Or, you know, start thinking about it? Did I make a mistake? Should I be going back to the office? Should I work for a company? Can I do this? Is this stupid? Who do I think I am? And all of these things start to just spiral in your brain. But I just received an email saying that yes, help is needed. Can we have a briefing session next week and go over it? And here's the rough idea of what needs to be done. I just feel like I can breathe again. Like, I'm trying to hype myself up, stay positive, trust the journey, just trust timing of things. But you know, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard and the motivation was getting low. Oh, but like I said, even like this is not 100% approved. Even once I finish the work, there will be a period of time. The payment terms are still not like immediate payment, so it's not gonna like solve itself out straight away. But you know what? I don't even care about that at the moment. Just want to do something. I just want to do something that I know that there's going to be payment at the end of it. Because I've been busy. Oh, I've been busy. I've been creating content like crazy. I've been working on my YouTube videos, and I'm working on my social media training course for interior designers. And you know, I've been keeping busy, but it's just none of that work has got immediate or like a promised return of income. It's good. Got an ice cream here. I'm gonna eat it now, and I'm gonna post a video. Well, not post, I'm gonna upload it to YouTube. Gonna go live tomorrow. It's good. So let's look at the things that have been working out, okay? The first one is returning business. I honestly now believe that that is the secret and the beauty of freelancing, of successful freelancing, is returning business. If you can secure someone who will need your services every now and then, or even better on a regular basis, that is your sweet spot, okay? Because then you know that there will be cash flow, there will be work coming in, and you are going to be busy. And somehow, I honestly don't know how, well, I know how, but somehow I've managed to secure it for like the last month or so. And obviously there is always the chance that that's gonna stop. It might not last for forever, and I'm absolutely aware of that. But for now, that keeps me going and that keeps me busy. And in the meantime, on the side, I can still reach out to my cold leads. So the next thing that has worked, like I mentioned before already, is existing connections. I have been reaching out to people that I already know and who already know me. They know of my work. They might be my colleagues from the past, or maybe I've studied them in the university before, friends, family, or anyone that really knows me professionally. And I have been reaching out to them and asking for help, or asking for connections or ideas even, and that has proven to have worked a lot better than cold leads. And the last thing I'll mention that has worked out so far is actually reaching out for the phone, dialing a number and calling and speaking to an actual person. The call might not always be like successful, and it will be more likely that you will not get a project out of it or anything serious out of it, but at least you will have talked to someone, because emails are so easy to ignore, whether it is busyness, the studios that are busy, or people just can't be bothered to answer you again because you are a cold lead. You are no one really in their eyes. So unless they really are amazed by your work or really need you to help them, then you'll probably not hear from them. But picking up a phone, calling them up, speaking to an actual person, either a receptionist, a business owner, a director, design manager, is a lot better than just an email. And to add on top of that, I have a follow-up system in place. So I've got all the data of my potential client, I've got all the notes, whatever they have said. If I phone them up and then I type down what they've said, I schedule in the next date that I'm reaching out to them. So it's a whole system. It brings in some form of peace and calm into this chaos. So that has really helped me a lot. Okay, and on to what hasn't been working, because there have been a lot of things that have not been working out for me. And let's just start with the first one, which is cold leads. And I have a massive list of cold leads. I have literally reached out to, I'd say, about 200 companies at least, and maybe I've heard back from 5% of them. Well, maybe it's not that bad. I actually might need to look into the analytics side of things, but it does feel like that. Cold leads are very hard to get any communication out of. It is only with time that I will be able to move those things around. But if there is a company that I really, really want to work with, I will make it happen, because I know I've done it in the past. I will be persistent and will try to get in touch with them. Obviously, if they say that no, we do not need any help, any freelance help, then I'll get the message, but I'll still put them on my list to follow up with. The next thing that hasn't quite worked out is having a routine, and I am on the top of my game when I have a routine. I have set goals and I am sticking to that schedule. Now it's a little bit easier as I'm moving on, as I'm getting the more repeat business. When you have projects on and you have set deadlines, I find it's a lot easier to come up with a routine and a set plan for the week. But in the beginning, when my only kind of job was to reach out to companies and designers, that was a lot harder to kind of control and organize. So yeah, self-discipline and just kind of scheduling, making sure I've got a plan for the week ahead. That has been kind of a, we're still up in the air. We're still trying to figure out, but once there's more work on, it gets a lot clearer. So that's good. And the last one that hasn't worked out, I guess it's still early days, so I need to kind of remember that, and it's fine. I completely understand. I still remind that to myself. What has been kind of a struggle is money management. From one side, I have this voice that's saying, go treat yourself, you work so hard for it, you deserve all these things. And then from the other side, I have a voice that says like, but where is the next job coming in? Where's the money gonna come in? You need to put that money aside for a rainy day. So it's like this, and I'm in between thinking like what to do. And I know it's only early days, and I still, to be honest, I still have to make up for a lot of money that I lost during that time that I wasn't working. But at the same time, I'm like, well, life's for living. You don't know whether you're gonna wake up next day or not. So I don't know, guys. That's just being true and honest, and that's how it is. Money management, we're still working on it. Okay, so to wrap up this part of the video, I've got a little clip that I filmed on a good day and when I was kind of on a little bit of a high, and to be honest, I think I still feel that way, so it still applies, but it's a little bit of kind of insight and advice. Maybe if you feel like you are called to do something about your career and maybe follow a different kind of route, I would say make a plan and do it. That is coming from me, who thinks that life is for living. I don't feel like we should be living our lives wishing and thinking and not actually taking action and doing stuff just because it might make us feel a little bit uncomfortable, or it might shake some things up in our easy life. Because let's be honest, that's what it is, isn't it? We are just scared that our comfort and our easy life will be taken away. But I'm telling you that the reward, whether the ups or the downs, it is so worth it. It is so worth it. If you feel like you share the same kind of mindset as me, then just do it. Just do it. Make an action plan and do it. Okay, let's watch the clip, and then after that I will share some answers to the Instagram questions that my followers have sent in. So it's Monday morning. Well, it's kind of getting to the Monday lunchtime, but this is the beauty of it. I was just starting my work day, sitting down, getting kind of up to speed with everything that's kind of happened over the week. Well, not really over the weekend, but over yesterday. I got some feedback from the work that I sent through that I did on Saturday, and I just sat down and had this thought, how good it feels to just do this. Like what I wanted, how I wanted to feel is happening now. And I just had to take a moment and sit on it a little bit, because this is real. It's happening, and I know that this is not going to be all the time, every day, every week. Well, here's hoping, you never know. I just got some comments back through on the work that I sent through, and even though some of them are like criticizing, well, not maybe criticizing, it's just giving feedback really on what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be there. But like, I proposed to put some things in that weren't on the original brief, and usually I would kind of take it to heart when someone would say, to take it out or not go with it. But now I'm just like, yeah, fine, okay, I'm gonna take that out and I'm gonna move on, and I'm not gonna get attached to any ideas. That simplicity is just so freeing. is, never thought that I will feel like this. Great. It's great, it's great, and I'm getting paid what I asked for and what I should be paid, and that makes all the difference as well. Like, I'm not feeling that I either need to work a bit faster in order to get the money for my work. I can work in the speed that I've planned to work, and I know I'm going to get paid for that. It's happening. It's happening. Hello everyone, surprise surprise, me editing face. I have just gotten to this point in editing and the video is already 20 minutes long. I didn't realize how much content I recorded on the day. So what we're going to do here is we'll end the video here and I will come back next week with the Q&A bit, okay? Let's do that because I really need to start to sort my lengths out, okay? I'm gonna work on it and this is the first step towards that work. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to connect with me more on one-on-one, make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's Space for Edit. And if I don't see you there, then I'll see you in the next video, which is going to be next Wednesday. Okay guys, see you then. Bye.